Broadway audiences have been treated to Megan McGinnis' first-rate performances in Beauty and the Beast, Les Mis, Sideshow, and more. And now the stage fave is touring across North America in the traveling production of Come From Away. As part of the show's accomplished ensemble, McGinnis plays the role of Bonnie, one of the residents of Gander, Newfoundland, who took part in welcoming the 7,000 stranded travelers who landed on their rock on that fateful day in 2001. We sat down to chat with McGinnis about bringing Come From Away across the country and why this tender musical is a must-see. Megan.
Hi.
Hello, so good to see you. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you for having me.
We're going to talk about Come From Away.
I'm so excited.
You are hitting the road.
Yep.
Tell me what drew you to this musical. Why did you want to be a part of this project?
Come From Away was actually the very first date night that my husband and I had after we had our baby. He was 3 months old, so we left him at home, and we had a bunch of friends in the cast, so we were like, we have to see it before it opens. And I thought, you know, I may not get fully into the show. I'm worried about my child, he's at home. The first downbeat, and I was so taken with the story and so drawn in by this incredible company. It was 90 minutes of so much joy. I was so happy to be there, and I thought, if I ever have a chance to do this show, I have to do it.
Right, yeah. Well, and now take me to that moment. You get the script. What was your first reaction? What stood out to you immediately? What was that first moment like?
How much of an ensemble piece it is. It's just a continuous group action. And I thought that was so exciting to look through the script and be like, oh, it's everyone, this person pops out here, this person pops out here, but we're all just putting on a story together.
Yeah, like going off of that, you are playing a character, Bonnie, that's based on a real person.
Or Bonnie. In the Gander accent.
Right. Tell me first, what is the unique challenge of playing a person who is based on a real human being?
I wouldn't say it's challenging. I think it's so cool. I Facebook friended Bonnie the other day. I just think she's such a wonderful human being, so to be able to tell her story is so exciting for me. And Chris Ashley's given us a lot of leeway as far as you don't have to represent them as far as like, oh, this is how Bonnie talks, so this is how I have to talk.
Sure.
It's just portraying her as a human, you know, and what she did for these animals and these people.
But you're also playing characters in addition to Bonnie. Tell me about the unique challenges of that.
Well, the biggest challenge is that the transformation into each character happens in a split second. So 1 second I'm Bonnie, and then I race around a chair, and all of a sudden I'm Martha, who's another Newfoundlander. And it's just sort of cool because of the way that Chris and Kelly have crafted the show. It just becomes part of the movement. You know, I'm Bonnie, I turn around, I'm Martha.
And Come From Away is based around, obviously, a well-known monumental event in our history. What is it like for you to do the research into something like that, to portray all of this correctly? But also, what does this show get so right about that event?
Well, I didn't feel like I had to do so much research. I was here on 9/11, but what's interesting, what you said about how it's such a well-known event, the story we're telling is actually not as well-known, which I found fascinating. I hadn't heard about it until Come From Away came out on Broadway, that what we're telling is the story of what happened to the passengers who were diverted, the 38 planes that had to land in Gander, Newfoundland. They didn't know what had happened, and it was 7,000 people that a community of 7,000 people had to take care of. Right. The population doubled in one day, and they were stranded there for, they didn't know how long. And the people of Gander, Newfoundland took care of them, took them into their homes. And that story of kindness and humanity, that was one that I did not know about.
Right.
And it's such a beautiful, positive aspect of a day that really changed all of our lives.
And of course, you're hitting the road with your husband and
my son.
And your son. What are you looking forward to with that experience? How did that all come to be?
Well, I feel incredibly lucky that my husband is in the show as well. And in fact, he's the one who sort of got us started in this. He got the audition first, and we talked about it, and he said, you should try and get an audition as well. I was like, oh, I don't know if there's a part for me in it. I just wasn't sure. And he talked me to calling my agents, and they ended up getting me the appointment. We both went in, we kept getting callbacks, and right before the finals, we were like, oh, this could happen. We might just leave our home for a year.
Right.
I guess we'll take our son. Okay, yep, this could be adventurous. And then we got the call around the same time, and it was just a very slow registering of how much our lives are going to change.
Yeah.
But we're so excited to have this ability to take our son around the country, to share the story with him too. He's only 20 months old, but as he's getting older in this next year, I feel like he's going to understand more and more about it, and I love that. This is going to be the first musical he sees.
Right. No, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. What aspect of this show, of this story, this music, do you hope audience members take away when they leave the theater after seeing Come From Away?
Kindness, generosity, humanity. These are the things that I've been drawn to. On September 11th of this year, one of our original Come From Aways, Kevin T., he closes his company every year and hands out $100 to each of his employees to do with as they wish, to pay it forward. And he allowed us that same opportunity, and we did that as a family, and I realized I was able to give to people in a way that I don't do every day. And I thought, well, why does it have to be today only? I want to do it every day. And it sort of has encouraged me to do that.
Absolutely. And finally, what do you think about this show is going to surprise people? They may read a little bit about it, they may listen to some of the music, but what about it will they not expect?
It is also incredibly funny.
Right.
There are some moments in the show that I still have trouble keeping a straight face. And I think they'll also be really taken with the community on stage as well.
Beautifully put. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you, Ryan, for having me.
It's been so nice chatting with you.
Same.